Meet the candidates. Reverend Warnock, psychology graduate, PhD and pastor. Mr. Walker, never graduated, never trained, never served. Reverend Warnock works tirelessly for the good of his congregation, his constituents and his country. Mr. Walker is an abusive husband, an absent father and pays for abortions, but he does play football. Warnock's hero, Martin Luther King. Walker is a Trumpist. Make the right choice. Vote Senator Warnock.
Paid for by Desi Blue, not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee.
మీకోసం మరింత రంజుగా
अब तू देख लेगा बच्चन साहब का खेल।
Download AHA now.
Welcome to Myth Busting.
Republicans are better for the economy.
Let's see. Data shows real GDP has grown 1.6 times faster under Democrats.
Republicans are better for jobs.
Really? Job growth has been 2.5 times faster under Democrats.
Republicans are better for my pocketbook.
Really? Republicans give us recessions while Democrats grow the economy. And the winner is... So if you want to win, vote Senator Warnock.
Paid for by Desi Blue, not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee.
हमने साथ मिलकर कोविड-19 पर अच्छी लीडरशिप के लिए वोट दिया।
మేము ఆరోగ్య రక్షణ కోసం ఓటు వేస్తాము.
ਅਸੀਂ ਮਿਲ ਕੇ ਬੇਈਮਾਨ ਪੋਲਿਟਿਸ਼ਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਖਿਲਾਫ ਵੋਟ ਦਿੱਤਾ.
ഞങ്ങൾ ചുற்றுപുറത്തേക്ക് വാക്களிப்போம்.
आम्ही स्त्रियांच्या हक्कांसाठी मतदान केले.
हमने साथ में वोट दिया नस्ल परस्तों को निकालने के लिए.
અમે અમારો મત સાથે રહીને ઇકોનોમી પાછી લાવવા દીધો.
A family that votes together wins together. Vote Senator Warnock.
Paid for by Desi Blue, desiblue.org, not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee.
గెలుపే ఊపిరిగా పట్టుదలే ప్రాణంగా ఆశయమే గమ్యంగా పోరాడే యోధుడికి విజయం అన్స్టాపబుల్. ప్రశ్నల్లో మరింత ఫైర్, సర్దాల్లో మరింత సెటైర్, మీకోసం మరింత రంజుగా. దెబ్బకి థింకింగ్ మారిపోవాలా?
We all know the America we love and deserve. But Trump Republicans are trying to take away every value we cherish. Our safety.
Tonight we begin with the growing epidemic of gun violence.
Our rights.
The court overturned nearly 50 years of abortion precedent.
Our democracy.
Turning now to the new unsettling video from the January 6th Capitol riot.
Our existence.
In the Northeast, freak flooding. Meanwhile, out west, historic heat.
But we won't let them win. The future is in our hands. Vote Warnock.
Paid for by Desi Blue, desiblue.org, not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee.
वोटर्स क्या जाने सेनेट का क्या होगा, मेजोरिटी मिले या ना मिले क्या होगा, कोई न जाने सबका फ्यूचर क्या होगा. बैलेट उड़ा वोट कर आ, सिटी बचा के बोल जॉर्जिया ऑल इज वेल.
All is not well, folks. To avoid gridlocks in the US Senate, we need every Georgia Desi to vote for Senator Warnock on December 6th. So come out and vote.
Paid for by Desi Blue, desiblue.org, not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee.
Meet the candidates. Reverend Warnock.
To yet another fabulous show of our talk show with experts. మనతో ఉన్నారు మన immigration expert Rahul Reddy garu. Rahul garu, thank you so much for being on the show, Andy.
Thanks for inviting me, Garu.
And to all our viewers, I hope you all had a fantastic Thanksgiving because I did. Rahul garu, how was your Sunday?
Good. I had a lot of turkey.
Lot of turkey, okay. Yeah, I think I just went overboard with my food intake, but fabulous weekend as always. Our program has been supported by movers.com and AHA OTT platform. Watch us on Yup TV, Facebook, YouTube, Sling TV, World BB TV and Dish Network. All right, folks, now that Thanksgiving and turkey time is over, let's come to an important topic, which is the EAGLE Act, and we're going to discuss about the removal of the per country limit. Now, Rahul Garu, you have a great point about it being like a lame duck session, and this time being an amazing and a perfect time to pass this act. So why don't you tell us a little bit more about what else this bill might encompass and how it will benefit, or, you know, how not passing this will affect our immigrants on the, you know. So, sorry, take over, please.
As you know, Nitya Garu, that the priority dates are backlogged for Indian nationals for a long period of time.
Right.
And particularly, and they've gone back to 2011 right now.
Mm-hmm.
And for those people who are going to apply for the green card right now, depending on whom you're going to ask, either it will take about anywhere between 60 years to about 100 years. At least most of the people I am expecting won't be living that far. Practically, there is no hope for them to get the green card. The main reason is that in the immigration, there is a discrimination that no country can get more than 7% when the entire immigration is getting filled out. Mm-hmm. So because of the discriminations, Indians are discriminated in the employment-based immigration. So this EAGLE Act eliminates the discrimination, not totally, but to a good extent. Okay. To a good extent. So this will make everybody on the equal footing, whether you are from, let's say, Serbia, whether you are from Pakistan, Bangladesh, China, India, Russia, any country, everybody will be equal. So, and why these, this 1 month, that is the month of December, is very important is that if you recall, Nitya Garu, last time the EAGLE Act, a similar thing called, was passed where they were trying to eliminate the, it's called a high-skilled bill at that point of time. Right. They tried to eliminate that discrimination. It got passed in the House. It got passed in the Senate, which was a good news. The problem for us was at that point of time, the same bill with the same wordings was not passed in the Senate and in the House. And there was no time to reconcile that bill. And that's the reason we lost at that point of time. We didn't have to plead at this point of time had it been gone through at the time. Right. Trump would have signed at that time too. He was not opposed to this bill at that time. Right. And so now we have a different Congress and we have a different president, and they're seeking the same thing. We have enough support in the House. It will definitely should be passed, but we don't know if they're going to bring it to the table or not. We probably might face a hurdle in the Senate. And this is the time this bill is going to be introduced and has a good chance to pass. Why this time it has a good chance to pass is because January 3rd onwards, it's going to be the new Congress. Now we have the old Congress that is controlled by the Democrats, and particularly the immigration subcommittee chairman is Joe Lofgren. And so she's going to change. I mean, she's going to still be in the Congress, but the judiciary subcommittee, she won't be the chairman of it. It will be the Republican Party. We don't know what's going to happen. Another reason why it's very important this 1 month period of time is that there are no elections coming in the next 2 years. The next elections are in November. So people, the Congress people, they don't want to take any decision when it comes near the election time. Because this is a Telugu channel, I would explain it. No, every bill has two sides. There are some people who are support, some people are opposed. In fact, the opponents have already started their campaigning that don't pass it very hurriedly. I mean, and this is the first time we are advocating it. We've been telling people that be ready at this point of time. Right. And there is a link that we have provided. We want you to write to the House members and 2 senators of your one House member and 2 senators. Please write the letter. The draft is provided in the video link here. Now, so when the election, as I said, that every bill has 2 sides. Right. In simple language, you know, Pamu and Kappa, right? So, Karvamantanemo, Kappa Kopam. Karvoddantanemo, Pamu Kopam. So either, the House members or the senators, they don't try to offend anybody because that's how they keep on getting elected. Right. Because if you support the snake, and you know all the frogs will vote against you. If you support the frog, all the snakes will oppose you. So they don't try to do anything. Now, this is a time, since there is no elections for the next 2 years, people forget the things. This is a time where the congressmen can dare do the things. And they can take corrective actions later on. So this is the time of the bill. And this is where most of the controversial bills that have both sides arguing, and most of the time these bills have like 45 to 55. That's argument is that. So this is the time the bill needs to be passed. And if it doesn't get passed by January 3rd, though, then we have to wait for the next lame duck session, which is going to be 2 years from now.
Okay.
And that's the reason we have provided, TVATEIUGU has provided link for you at the bottom of the, you go to the content, show more. The letter has been provided for you. Please write letter to the House, write the letters to the Senator. The drafts have been provided. Remember that because of you guys writing the letters, the 280,000 green cards were being given. Otherwise, they would have wasted 100,000+ green cards, at least like they did it in the previous year.
Right. Anything else you'd like to add at this point, Rahul Garu?
No, that's it for now.
All right. And to all our viewers, as Rahul Garu said, the link has been provided in the description section. So please go, don't underestimate the power of every single email that's going out there, every single letter that's going out there. So please send it out. Please affect this change. It's going to help us and our community as well, and help all the other immigrants who are trying to get here. Okay. So please do that. And on that note, let's start taking our callers for the day. Let's go with our first caller. All right, caller for the day. Caller with number ending in 7009. 7009. We're ready for you now. Hello? Caller with number ending in 7009. Hello, sir.
Hello. Are you hearing me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you. Please
Hello.
go ahead.
Yep. Hi, Rahul Garu. Hi, Nitya Garu. So my question is, I am using my EB3 EAD for my employment. My priority date is November 2012. So what will happen if I laid off from the job? Is there any grace period for GCAD candidates?
We would like you to have as minimum as possible to have the unemployment period since the time you get laid off, though. There are different options available, though. These are a little bit risky options. They are not clear things, though. One thing is that your wife can start her own business and employ you in the similar profession. You can self-employ yourself too. That's a possibility too. In fact, USCIS in its memo very clearly said that self-employment in a similar occupation will satisfy the requirement. But of course, if you get laid off, if you don't get any similar job outside though, before you get employed by your wife or you, I would definitely want you to consider about it.
Okay, thank you. Okay. So my next question is...
the other thing is that, another thing is that if your wife employs you or you're self-employed though, I recommend do not file the 485J supplement. Because unnecessarily don't point out to them you're self-employed, your wife is employing you, let it wait. I mean, when the time comes in, maybe you'll move to a different job. At that point of time, you can file the 485J supplement. But anyway, sorry I interrupted you. Go ahead with your next question.
That's good. That's good. My next question is, after this layoff, all those things, the other big news is EB1C abuse. So what is your thought on that one? So
what exactly do you mean by abuse, though?
So means there are a lot of news spread over the internet saying that a lot of people are abusing EB1C. That's what the reason for the backlog of EB2 and EB3. So what is your thought on this? Do we need to really believe those informations, or is it really happening, or our own brothers and sisters, they are pulling out our legs again? So that's what my question like.
Well, first of all, they are not trying to pull your legs or our legs or anybody's legs, though. They're just trying to benefit themselves. Okay, that's all. I mean, their purpose is not to pull yourself. I would say that in the time of Trump administration, though, the not just EB1C in particular, though, EB1 category, there were a lot of denials. So there were a lot more strict interpretations of EB1s. Since the administration has been changed after 6 months or so, I have to admit to you that the EB1A categories approvals, EB1B category approvals, EB1C category approvals have gone up very significantly. And a good number of them are coming in our office without RFE. I mean, previously to get a EB1A approved without an RFE was like, it was a dream. Unless the guy is an Oscar Award winner, or, I mean, he has 50 patents or something like that. Definitely there has been a little bit liberal interpretation of getting the EB1 approved right now. I've seen that. Would I agree with them on the abuse? I do not. I'm not telling they are wrong.
Okay.
I'm just telling this is my opinion. We'll go to the next caller.
Okay. That's good. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for calling, Andy.
What
Go ahead,
Nitya
sir.
Garu is telling, what Nitya Garu is indicating is that
Yeah.
if you don't have the people using the EB1 category though, those extra green cards will fall into EB2 category.
Yeah.
So what he's telling is that since there have been a lot of usage in the EB1 category, people are not getting the extra things that would have come to EB2 had they not used, is his comment. But he is, to an extent, he's right in a sense that there have been a good usage of the EB1. I do not agree that it's an abuse, but there has been a good extent. And people, especially if they are eligible, if they think so, they're eligible for EB1A. Now, EB1B and EB1C are a little bit different, guys. EB1B requires that you must be working in a research organization and doing research. EB1C requires that you must have worked for the company outside in a multinational executive position for more than 1 year, and now you're working in a multinational executive position here. So you must have worked for the same company outside. For EB1A also, you must consider it though. If somebody is eligible, somebody has talent, somebody has publications, somebody has patents, they should consider very seriously applying an EB1A category. And this is the right time for them to see if they would eligible for the EB1A category. The reason is that EB1A is current. I mean, current. It's current. And what he's pointing out is that there has been a liberal interpretation. Yes, as that part, I agree. So people should consider if they would be eligible for EB1.
Right. But Rahul Garu, even with the liberal interpretation of it, it's not like everybody can really qualify for it.
No.
Right?
Not everybody can.
It's not that easy.
Just because somebody is making a $500,000 income, will they be just qualify for EB1A category? No. There are many other criteria they need to hit.
Got it. Okay. Thank you for that clarification, Andy. Let's take our next caller, guys. Okay, our next caller is with the number ending in 0126. 0126. We're ready for you now. Hello? Caller with number ending in 0126. Hello? Hello? Caller with number ending in 0126, Andy. Let's try another caller. We'll come back to this one. Caller with number ending in 0683. Caller with number ending in 0683. We're ready for you now. Hello?
Yeah. Good afternoon, Rahul Garu. I have a question. My wife, she was on H-1B visa in the year 2007 to 2008, just 2 years. After that, she moved to H-4 visa. So now if she wants to apply H1 on out of cap, is she eligible?
Yep, absolutely she is. The only thing is that
because
whatever period of time that she has used the H1B, let's say she has used 2 years, she will only get 4 years of H1B, not 6 years of H1B. That's the only difference.
Okay. Now the gap is almost
20 years, 30 years, 8 years. I will give 90 years gap is good. Anything more than 90, you consult a lawyer because I don't expect them to live.
Okay.
Okay. She's good.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for the good info.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for calling.
Yeah, Nitya Garu, a lot of
Yes,
people are under the impression that it has to be done within 6 years, within the time the H1B expires, and they have all kind of rumors. So that's the reason I just want to throw a word, 90 years.
90 years.
I don't think so H1B existed longer than that. So
I know. I don't think people existed longer than that, but you never know. All right, let's take our first question for the day before we go to our caller. The first question is from PP. He says, my priority date is not current, bless you. Filed adjustment of status in October of 2020. My son is going to college next year. Can he apply for an F1 visa? What other options for him, what are the other options for him when he ages out?
I'm assuming that he's not protected under the CSPS, Child Service Protection Act. I want him to watch a small video on it. He can put it CSPA Rahul Reddy. And I'm assuming the child is not protected. The best and the only option that I can think about is F1 visa. And people have asked this question, Nitya Garu, before, when a lot of people were filing the 485 application. Is it worth filing the 485 application because my child will not be able to get an F1 visa? We said, go ahead and file the 485.
Right.
We have had no trouble, none whatsoever at all, in getting the F1 visa for the people who have applied for the adjustment of status. The reason why these people are raising the question, Nitya Garu, is that in the I-539 form, there is a question that asks, have you ever applied for any 485 application? Then they have to answer yes to that question. The other reason is that in the F1 visa, though, is not a dual intent visa. It's a single intent visa. That means that you must only have an intention to temporarily stay in the United States and leave the country after you complete your education. But for the people that who have filed F1, who are in adjustment of status, who are been aging out, not a single application was been denied yet.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay. All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you for that. And let's take our next caller.
But if the gentleman would write the letter and get the Bill Eagle Act passed, the child will be protected.
Okay. All right. So that's more incentive. Yeah. So for all the people who are in doubt of their kids aging out, then you better, start looking at that link, click on that link and get those letters out fast, All right. Next caller is caller with number ending in 6861. 6861, we're ready for you now. Hello?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you. Please go ahead, sir.
Okay. Yeah, my question for Mr. Rahul is, my EB2 priority date was 2017, but I got approved in EB1A, and I filed my 485, 765, I-31 on September 9, and did my biometrics on October 4, but status hasn't changed. So when should I expect my green card or EAD or AP to come in? Any estimates?
When for you, the prior date is current for EB1A category.
Yes.
Anytime. If the biometrics have happened to it, it can come anytime. Could it take more than 1 year for you? Yeah, it is possible. Could it be like 20 days from now? Yes, it is possible. Is there anything you can do right now? Not right now. If it's been more than 1 year that your 485 has been pending, that's when you can take some action. But right now, it could be any day.
Okay, but I was hearing about the EB1 could retrogress, but
you said,
date is 2017.
But your priority is your priority date is 2017.
Yeah.
I will be very, 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 very surprised. Very, very, very surprised if it moves beyond 2017. By the way, what is your qualification? What is your qualification? This is education for everybody. How did you get an EB1A?
So my qualification. So I qualified. My qualification is I have 2 master's degree in scientific fields. Plus I have an MHA, Masters of Health Administration and Business Administration. Plus I have 10 years of leadership experience. And and I work in a scientific field, so I satisfied my prongs by, I was judging the work of others, doing presentations, like international meetings and everywhere I presented. So
sounds good. just want other
profile,
people.
yeah,
I
sure.
just want other people to have some experience about you, so that how you got an EB1A. Thank you for sharing it.
Absolutely,
Okay?
sir. And
Sir,
thank you
how
for
much
the
have you
service
been
that you're
studying?
providing here on the platform.
Sir, how long have you been studying, Andy? You just kept lining up all your degrees. I'm just like, oh my God, to finish on engineering itself, I thought my head would explode. And you're lining up degrees after degrees.
No.
How did you do it?
Oh, I just did it.
You
I
just
don't
did
even
it.
know how did I do it, but I just did it.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you so much for
But
calling.
thank you
Andy.
so much for the platform and all the help that you guys are providing. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Wish you best of luck.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, and if I don't get till 1 year, like Mr. Rahul said, I will sue the USCIS.
Okay.
That's a better thing. Writ of mandamus is the best thing. But wait for 1 year until September 2023.
Thank you. Yes.
All right.
Yes, I will.
Thank you, sir. All right, folks, let's take our next caller. Okay, caller with number ending in 0126. 0126, we're ready for you now. Please press *6 and to unmute your line. Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Hello, ma'am?
Hello? Yeah.
Hi, ma'am.
Hello, Andy. Hi. Can you hear me, Andy?
Yeah, we can hear you, ma'am. Please go ahead. Yeah, no worries.
Okay. Our case is like we got our EB3 EAD and AP in Feb 2022, and then we refiled in EB2 in June 2022.
What's your priority
My case was 2013 November. So the question is like in EB2, my EAD and AP receipts are closed saying beneficiary received benefit by other means, and my husband's got approved. And recently our both 485s and EB3 got closed saying beneficiary received benefit by other means. When we contacted USCIS, this...
Okay. Is
Sorry?
it EB3 closed or EB2 closed?
EB3 closed, the earlier one.
Okay.
Saying beneficiary received benefit. Yeah, so we called USCIS and finally they sent an email saying your our 485 receipt in EB2, that is, I mean the EB3 one is closed and EB2 is the current receipt, and that, I mean a generic email saying that one is closed, one is open. They didn't say why the other one was closed, though it is a refile. The question is like I want to use my EB3 in work and travel. Since the EB3 485 is closed, will it have an impact on the issued EAD card?
This question is coming very frequently right now. So let me explain what you said. You have filed EB3, you have the EAD and AP, you have filed for EB2, but your EAD and AP got closed, but your EB3 485 got closed. Now your question is that since the EB3 485 has been closed, can you travel on the advanced parole and EAD that got approved in EB3? Let me answer the question to you. I don't know the answer though. I don't know the answer. At this point of time, I don't want you to risk. And I've made these announcements a lot of times in the previous things. So, because we are looking for a guinea pig, I don't want you to the guinea pig. I don't want you to go to India and come back and say, okay, your advanced parole is approved, your 485 has been closed. So now we're going to put you in the next plane and make you detain you for 2 days and send you back. Will they do that? Or will they say that since your case is administrative closed, your EB2 is current, EB2 is still pending, we're going to allow you. I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know. I don't want you to be the person.
So, got it.
I want the people who don't listen to TV Asia to be guinea pigs, and they will come to us, and then we'll tell them. We will tell the rest of the TV Asia people what to
do. Got it. So my driver's license is coming up for renewal. So if I go there and they issue
you apply.
So if
But
if they give my, if they renew my deal, does it mean that the EAD is fine?
No, ma'am. That doesn't mean the EAD is fine, but it also doesn't risk you, because if they, at the most, they'll say, we are not going to issue the driving license extension. Not a big deal, okay? We will then say some other things to extend it. But it's not good when you're flying from India to detain you in the jail for 1 or 2 days and send you back, not a good idea. Okay, driving license, go test it, but it doesn't still tell us that everything is good with your advanced pro. Okay.
Okay.
We'll go to the next call.
So what will be a last question? Like, what will be a sure shot method to confirm my EAD is valid in case I have any emergency travel? Like, what could I do?
Go travel. Go travel. Okay, and then we'll see whether it works or not.
No,
but
can I do anything with the USCIS or I mean?
Well, you can do motion to reopen for your EAD in advance pro. You can do motion to reopen for your. No, the EB2 EAD and advance pro got denied, right? No, EB2.
No, it didn't get denied. It was just closed saying beneficiary received benefit by other
you can
means.
do the. You can do the motion, ma'am. Can you listen to me? You can do motion to reopen that file. You can do motion to reopen the EB3, ma'am. Okay. Or you can be my guinea pig. Next person, please.
Okay. Since they didn't send us any paper confirmation, right, that it is administratively closed or anything, it just say.
You can still. Okay. We'll go to the next caller, Nitya.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for calling, Andy. All right.
Okay.
Rahul, I have a question for you before we take our next caller, Andy. This is from A. Kumar. He's asking if you should give up on the green card dream. His priority date is Jan 2016 on EB2. So that is one question he had. And the other question he has is about...
He's telling me, well, if you get the Eagle Act passed, though, definitely you're going to be correct. Absolutely.
So write that letter, Mr. Kumar.
Yes, let's take the things in your hand. But otherwise, I cannot tell whether it's going to be, if the Eagle Act is not going to be passed, the best person to ask the prediction of the priority date will be the parrot guy in India. And I'm going to give you $5. You put your $5, put the whole scenario and let's publish it. We'll put it in the TVATEIUGU.
Sir, I think I'm going to start a parrot business here because I think for people to fly all the way to India is also like getting impossible these days to be able to come back. So, soon there'll be like a Nitya parrot service. So guys,
there are some Maharaj services that I keep listening in advertisements too. Some Pandit Maharaj or something.
Session. Before the show, we'll have the parrot come in and,
but one thing Nitya Garu and I want everybody to is to write the letter which has been given there.
Definitely.
That's the best hope that we have.
Most certainly. Thank you, sir. All right. Question from, the second question from Mr. Kumar was, he has one speeding traffic violation, 2 tickets, $500 for the county and $200 for the state. Would I need to inform them about this ticket as the total amount is more than 500?
It's total amount, but it's 2 different jurisdictions. So one is county, one is state. Though. Yeah, so then it's not one combined more than, so you don't have to do it.
Okay, great. Awesome. Let's take our next caller, Andy. Okay, caller with number ending in 7045. 7045, we're ready for you now. Hello? Caller with number ending in 7045. We're ready for you. Hello?
Hello?
Hello, sir?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi, Nitya Garu and all. Thanks for taking my call.
Sure. Sure, Andy. Go ahead, sir, with your question.
So, I have 2 questions. One is, my priority date is 2021 in the EB2. So, based on the current situation, how long will it take to get my green card for the EAD? And the second question
okay, go ahead.
Yeah, the second question is, I'm currently doing my PhD, so I might be complete by next year. So if I convert from EB2 to EB1, what will be the chances?
Okay, first thing is that under EB2 though, if the things go on as they are, based on the number of green cards that are available, and if I estimate the same estimate what in the last 2 years the rest of the world is, it may take anywhere between 60 to 90 years for you to get the EAD. Unless the EAGLE Act or something else passes. Now, with regards to the PhD though, there are different criteria for EB1 though. If the people with PhD should shoot for EB1B, which is more easier than EB1A. Remember the guy with all the different degrees and, you know, he's been judging the work of others. EB1B people should shoot, doctorates, PhDs should shoot for outstanding researcher, which is more easily approvable though. Now, there are different criteria though. When you're doing a PhD though, I would recommend to consult a lawyer because it's better to consult a lawyer before rather than afterwards though. You can try to plan whatever you're working though. If you also include EB1B as a criteria for you to do any work, publishing the articles, judging the work of others, doing the research, and what kind of job that you are doing, what kind of job will you be doing after you get it, what kind of companies you should choose to get an EB1B approval. These are very important for you because either it's 90 years or immediately the green card. So that's very important for you if I were you. So you consult a lawyer, go through the EB1B though for you in your case. Look into it and then make out a resume, make out a bullet points, and then consult a lawyer. It'll be easier rather than consult, I want to get an EB1B. What is your qualification? And they're going to explain all the things. First, study what EB1B is, write it down, then make a consultation with a lawyer, send the email to the lawyer, hey, these are the things I want to discuss. It will make his job and your job more easier. You should definitely consider the EB1. As a lot of the callers who have been pointing out, it's much easier right now than compared to before. And we have also seen some people getting the EB1As easily. Okay?
Yeah.
We'll go to the next call.
Yeah. I have my last question is like, actually I have a Canada visiting visa.
You said,
so I'm trying
you said
to...
two. Now, okay, go ahead.
Okay, Thanksgiving bonus. Go ahead. Thanksgiving bonus question.
I'm traveling to
Canada.
I'm traveling to Canada from New York. From New York. So, So I'm trying to take the stamping there. My current H1B is expiring on the next March. So I'm thinking to renew my H1B there, the visa stamping. So is that okay, or do I need to go back to India?
First of all, if you want to go to Canada and stay there for less than 30 days and wanting to come back, okay, you don't have to go for stamping. You can just come back. But if you want to go for stamping to Canada, if they allow you at this point of time, you're still a third country national. If they allow you, you can go for stamping. Okay. Okay. Next person, please.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for calling, Andy. All right.
One
let's
other
take,
thing, Nitya Garu,
yes,
that he's pointing out. He's pointing out is that people are going for Canadian green cards because of what's going on here, which I think so is a rightful option. If your priority is 2021, when are you going to get it? You may want to consider that option too. I mean, we don't do Canadian immigration. I don't, but if I were you, I may consider that seriously.
Okay. Thank you, sir. I'm sorry, I was almost about to sneeze, but let's take one question here. This is from Premanath Ramasamy. Says, if I use the interfile and receive the receipt notice, am I considered to be under the EB2 category? What will happen if I want to move back to EB3? I already have an approved EAD in EB3.
We don't know if the I-485J supplement is been receipted, whether you're in EB2 or EB3, we don't know. Even if the I-485J was approved for the EB2 category, we still don't know whether you're in EB2 or EB3. Nothing is assured. If you want to move back to EB3 though, the best thing I would suggest is file a 485J supplement again.
Got it.
And if you move
also, are they
out of,
considered to be in both lines at that point unless they use one actually?
see, in the database of the USCIS, Nitya Garu, they will put it whether this guy is in EB2 or EB3.
Okay.
We don't know which category they have put in. Sometimes it might be changed, sometimes it might not be changed. When you chat with Emma, it doesn't tell you. When you call, it doesn't tell you. When you file a freedom of information, we don't know whether he's in EB2 or EB3. What I suggest people is that if you want to move back to EB3, file a 485J supplement. It's so easy. Now, even if you're not working for the same company that filed for the I-140 in EB3,
right.
If you're working for company B, you can still do it. You can still do it. And you can port the date to EB3 even though you're not working for the previous company.
Got it. Okay. Thank you, sir. Let's take our next caller, Andy. All right. Caller with number ending in 4484. 4484. We're ready for you now. Hello? Caller with number ending in 4484. Hello, sir.
Hello, Nisha Garu. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. We can hear you. Please go ahead, Andy.
Yeah, thanks, Rahul Garu and Nisha Garu. Thanks for taking my call. My name is 𝐀𝐓𝐓𝐎𝐑𝐍𝐄𝐘. Actually, my question is, actually, I am a dependent. My wife got the GC in July, and I got RFE, and I got interview last week, and I got RFE this week.
I'm assuming your wife is the main. Your wife is the main applicant, is right?
Yes.
Okay, good. Go ahead. You got the interview, okay?
She got the GC on July 2022, and priority date is the February 2012. And now I got RFE, and once I'll be submit the RFE documents. RFE is just they're asking all my bank statements and everything. Last 5 years W2s and my W2s and my wife W2s also. And once will be submitted, wait until priority, current date is priority, or it will come to the, without any priority date, it will get that GC.
No, your priority date is not current, is right? Starting from December?
Yes. Yeah, February 2012.
So February 2012, you're in EB2 or EB3?
EB2. But EB3 also downgraded, but EB3 also approved.
No, in your wife's green card, application though, green card, does it say E3 or E2?
E2.
Yeah, they may not approve your green card until your priority date is correct. Are you on a H1B visa right now?
No, H4 only.
Okay. I would suggest that she files a F2A green card for you. You know what that is?
No, I don't know. F2?
Okay. F2A. Okay. Just Google F2A. Okay. Family-based second preference A category, which is current most of the time. You're eligible to file the F2A green card though. Because you are telling that your priority... Okay. Wait. You're telling your prior date is February 2012, which is not current starting from December 1st. So
yes.
Whether it's going to take 1 month to become current, whether it's going to take 10 years to become current, we don't know.
Okay.
Who knows it? The parrot guy knows it. The parrot guy knows it.
Okay.
We don't know, you don't know. However, F2A is current all the time. My suggestion to people like you is file an F2A. You see my point?
Yes, I got it, Rahul Garu. F2A, that is file new application, like a new application.
You got it right. And this, so if by any chance the employment-based second preference gets current, you still have it. Okay, you telling that my wife is going to applied me in the employment-based. My wife applied in the F2A. As long as the wife is same, you're good. No problem with it. I'm just kidding. Okay.
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 Yeah,
You
I
should.
think okay,
You should.
next month or January month it will be make a current or EB2.
You
February.
don't know.
You don't know.
Only parrot guys knows it. Hope you are the parrot guy. Okay. We'll go to the next caller. Please consider that it very
Okay,
seriously.
thank you. Thanks.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for calling, Andy. All right. Question for you, Rahul Garu. Before we take our next caller, this is from Kumar. Says, can we collect food from food banks when we are on an H-1B visa and, green card EB3 processing time?
No.
No.
Answer is no.
The answer is no. Okay. All right. Thank you for that. Let's start taking our next caller, Andy. Okay. Caller with number ending in 1470. 1470. We're ready for you now. Hello?
Hi, Nitya ma'am and Rahul sir. I hope I'm audible.
Yes, we can hear you. Please go ahead, ma'am.
Hope both of you are fine and thank you for taking my call. So, me and my husband, we had filed under EB2 cross-chargeability, with my husband being the primary applicant and I'm the derivative applicant.
Which country you're from?
We got our I-140. I'm sorry?
Which country you're from? Which country you are from?
Saudi Arabia.
Okay, keep going.
Yes, so we got our I-140 approved in August 2021 and our adjustment of status filing case date is October 1st, 2021. So the situation we are facing is we had filed together, but both of our cases got separated. It's like sometimes my case goes to another field office and his case goes to another field office. And this has been happening for like more than a year. And we have been trying to contact through Emma, and all the time it says is, it transfers from one field office to another. Like, we would like to know what should be our next step.
Yeah, the problem with, especially with the cross-country chargeability, where wife is born in Saudi Arabia and husband is from India, is when they look into the application, the wife's application is not with it. Both of cases should be approved on the same day. It cannot be approved separately. Rest of the people, it can be approved separately. For you guys, it cannot be approved. So it's never going to happen for you until both applications get together. How do we get together? The best thing is sue the USCIS with a writ of mandamus. If you want to, our office has it, but I'm not the lawyer for litigation. His name is Stephen Brown. Writ of mandamus is we sue the USCIS telling them, look, it's been more than 1 year. The 485 application is there. Both applications are going. We don't even know where they are going. Then normally they'll put it together. They will ask us, the best solution for you is writ of mandamus, sue the USCIS. Otherwise, it may take ever for you to get.
Okay.
Okay. And keep in mind,
thank you so much.
Keep in mind the rest of the world prior to date might go back to. That's what the USCIS
Yes,
told
I've been
us.
hearing that.
Yeah. We'll go to the next caller.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you so much, sir. I would just like to say the service you're providing to us, it's really good. And no matter what, every week, me and my husband, we watch your videos. So thank you both for your service.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. And thank you so much for calling into the show. We really appreciate it. All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And before we go to our next caller, there is a question. Gola24 has a question. Gola24 apparently. It says, I worked in UK and India as a project manager, and with the same company I have deputed to USA, and after 5 years they filed my green card on EB3. Would it be possible to upgrade from EB3 to EB1?
Before coming into the United States, you did work for the company for 1 year there. You should definitely consider EB1 C category. As the first caller has already pointed out, which I don't agree to an extent, but I would agree to an extent, to some extent what he called is abuse. It's not abuse. you should definitely consider that very seriously, because otherwise, God knows whether you have to stay in here for whether you're going to keep coming to this TV Asia show for the next 20 years, or whether you're going to get rid of us in the next 6 months. Not 6 months, I would say, at least 2 years. So I would choose to evaluate myself. But one thing is that evaluate first and then go contact the company though. Why not contact the company first and come to a lawyer afterwards? Here is the thing. When you contact the company though, it's always present themselves with the proper options why you're eligible for EB1C. And then contact the company. If you contact the company, say, hey, do EB1C, the lawyer is going to look at your resume, boom, you're not eligible for EB1C. They make a determination, you will never ever be. So first contact a private lawyer, make sure that you are eligible for, and then present your case to the company. Who is the most important person for you in this whole line? Is it the private lawyer or your company? Absolutely the company. Your life is dependent on the company. The EB1C is dependent on the company. So the company is very sensitive. And the lawyer, you call, you don't like the lawyer, put the phone off. It's okay to lose a certain consultation. Speak with another lawyer. Can you do the same thing with your company? No, you cannot. So it is very sensitive when you speak with your company.
So have all the options and everything available. And
that is right.
Okay.
Right. Don't go saying that, okay, I was a software engineer there, I'm a software engineer here, do the EB1C. They'll shoot you down. Your manager will say, yeah, you're very good. I support it. You go to the HR, they'll shoot you down. Even the HR supports it, the lawyer will shoot you down there. The company's lawyer, okay?
Okay. All right.
Go armed well.
Go armed. All right. Rahul Garu, I have one other question. We were talking about this recession and the layoffs in one of our previous episodes. Now it looks like the layoff trend has been catching on, and there's been a lot more that's been happening, with this recession sort of coming into its, full-blown sort of state. Is there any other sort of advice that you'd like to give to our viewers at this point in time, Andy, to sort of work with this?
Try to not keep jumping up higher and higher in the salary. That may get knocked out. Try to look into other avenues. The traditional companies also try to negotiate, like oil and gas company. I mean, it's evergreen business though. Certain industries that you have. One of my friend has a funeral, is CTO of a funeral business. That will always run very good. Always do a recce though. What will happen if both people have a job, wife and husband has a job? What if both people lose a job? What is the next course of action you're going to do? Now, financially, I'm not going to speak about it because, you guys know that I'm not good in finances. Otherwise, I would have this kind of real model. Right. What immigration-wise, what you're going to do? What is the next option? Is F1 an option for you? You should consider that. Is it staying USA is more important, or is it okay for you to leave the country outside and stay there until the recession is over and come back? Remember, one of the person was telling that I got an H-1B in 2007 and 2008. Can I reconsider myself in H-1B? Absolutely. She can. If you have an I-140 approval, you can always go to India, stay there for 3 more years and come back and always do it. Another good thing is that in the recession period, you can also consider the EB1C option. What is the EB1C option is that, hey, I'm going to work for a company in India that has a branch office in India and USA in a very high level manager position, and then come back into USA on L1A and get a green card. That's an option that you can choose too. Please, that when you join the bigger companies in India, they're not flexible. The medium-sized companies are more flexible, so you may want to consider that too. So doing a recce, that's what I think so is a movie word called, is planning around, looking around to see if it's going to fall, what is going to happen, and then discuss with some of the senior people on those things. And if needed, have a private consultation with a lawyer. Maybe 10 people together can have a consultation, because the problem is the same thing, where what happens if I lose the job? 60 days is a grace period. And the 60 days straight from the day you lose the job, not when you start getting for example, Twitter lays off on November 4th, but they give a salary until January 4th. That is a 60 day. So it is on November 4th, not January 4th. So there are certain things. So be prepared for all these things. The last time we had a recession was 2008 and 2009. Believe me, in those days, it's a completely different scenario. And the before that was 2000 and 2001. Immigration was a completely different scenario. The consulting companies that you may be working with, if you got laid off, they will not put you on the payroll, guys. Believe me, they are not going to put you on the payroll. They will terminate your employment and you will have to either move to F1 or H4 or move outside the country for a while. So have a plan of action. Discuss with your consulting company. I mean, if it's a consulting company, what's the option is. Doing a planning is the most important thing you can do.
Right. All right. Thank you so much for that, Rahul Garu. And to all our viewers, please don't forget, we mentioned that there's the link in the description for you all to write your letters to get this Eagle Act thing moving as well. So let's take advantage of the time right now and write those letters and get things moving so things work in our favor. And to all our viewers as well, please thank you so much for coming back with your questions and your calls and your live chat here. You don't know how many people you're helping with your questions as well. And to Rahul Garu, thank you so much, Rahul Garu, from the bottom of our hearts for all the help that you've been doing to all our not just TV Asia Telugu viewers, but to so many people, immigrants worldwide. We really appreciate your help, Andy.
Thank you very much.
And unfortunately, as always, we're all out of time today. So we'll see you again next week with a lot more questions, another Dhammakedar topic, and a lot more callers as well. So until then, have a great Thanksgiving weekend, whatever's left of it. Have a great Cyber Monday. Don't forget to shop online. And then we'll see you next week, same place, same time. So until then, have a great week. Thank you.
Thank you.
Meet the candidates. Reverend Warnock, psychology graduate, PhD and pastor. Mr. Walker, never graduated, never trained, never served. Reverend Warnock works tirelessly for the good of his congregation, his constituents and his country. Mr. Walker is an abusive husband, an absent father and pays for abortions, but he does play football. Warnock's hero, Martin Luther King. Walker is a Trumpist. Make the right choice. Vote Senator Warnock.
Paid for by Desi Blue, not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee.
మీకోసం మరింత రంజుగా
अब तू देखेगा बच्चन साहब का खेल।
Download AHA now.
Welcome to Myth Busting.
Republicans are better for the economy.
Let's see. Data shows real GDP has grown 1.6 times faster under Democrats.
Republicans are better for jobs.
Really? Job growth has been 2.5 times faster under Democrats.
Republicans are better for my pocketbook.
Really? Republicans give us recessions while Democrats grow the economy. And the winner is... So if you want to win, vote Senator Warnock.
Paid for by Desi Blue, not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee.
हमने साथ मिलकर कोविड-19 पर अच्छी लीडरशिप के लिए वोट दिया।
మేము ఆరోగ్య రక్షణ కోసం ఓటు వేస్తాము।
ਅਸੀਂ ਮਿਲ ਕੇ ਬੇਈਮਾਨ ਪੋਲਿਟਿਸ਼ਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਖਿਲਾਫ वोट ਦਿੱਤਾ।
नाला सुट्टुपुरतक वाकडिकों
आम्ही स्त्रियांच्या हक्कांसाठी मतदान केले।
हमने साथ में वोट दिया है नस्ल परस्तों को निकालने के लिए।
અમે અમારો મત સાથે રહીને ઇકોનોમી પાછી લાવવા દીધો.
A family that votes together, wins together. Vote Senator Warnock.
Paid for by Desi Blue, desiblue.org, not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee.
గెలుపే ఊపిరిగా, పట్టుదలే ప్రాణంగా, ఆశయమే గమ్యంగా పోరాడే యోధుడికి విజయం అన్స్టాపబుల్. ప్రశ్నల్లో మరింత ఫైర్, సరదాల్లో మరింత సెటైర్ మీకోసం మరింత రంజుగా దెబ్బకి థింకింగ్ మారిపోవాలా.
We all know the America we love and deserve. But Trump Republicans are trying to take away every value we cherish. Our safety.
Tonight we begin with the growing epidemic of gun violence.
Our rights.
The court overturned nearly 50 years of abortion precedent.
Our democracy.
Turning now to the new unsettling video from the January 6th Capitol riot.
Our existence.
In the Northeast, freak flooding. Meanwhile, out west, historic heat.
But we won't let them win. The future is in our hands. Vote Warnock.
Paid for by Desi Blue, DesiBlue.org, not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee.
वोटर्स क्या जाने सेनेट का क्या होगा, मेजोरिटी मिले या ना मिले क्या होगा, कोई न जाने सबका फ्यूचर क्या होगा, बैलेट उड़ा वोट कर आ, सिटी बचा के बोल जॉर्जिया ऑल इज वेल.
All is not well, folks. To avoid gridlocks in the US Senate, we need every Georgia Desi to vote for Senator Warnock on December 6th. So come out and vote.
Paid for